We got some close points. Look at these points happening here. Very close here at the top between Pasalacqua, Becerra, and Benefield. But Brandon Pasalacqua now currently holding on with 3 top threes, 1 race win. Louis Becerra in second, Adam Benefield, last week's winner, in third. Paul Hill in fourth, and Paul Gallimore, the 2 Pauls there, in your top 5 for league standings in the LB Builders Cup Series. So we can see moves from Randy Mullins. We can see moves from quite a few people this week that would put them in very unique places to be able to win some races. And let's go ahead and take a look at who we think is going to win it all going around here. Let's go ahead and take a moment and lock things in. See who we think, what names are going to be ones to keep an eyes on here. I'm going to go ahead with this, and this. All right, let's do it. Top row, let's see him. I said Justin Levine.
I don't see how you can bet against Adam Benefield on a track where tire longevity matters as much as it does here at Darlington. I feel like that 8.3 machine is going to be quick all night long.
You know, you got a good point. He was super confident, too, talking about this week. I remember that in last week's interview. Let's talk about the ones to watch. Next row, let's see them, boys. I said Randy Mullins earlier. I'm going to go with him early. I'm going to go with him, too. How about you?
Once again, I got to go. I feel like the podium's not going to be too much different this week. Patrick Gitter, also really good at Darlington and really good at keeping a set of Goodyear Eagles alive. I think he's going to be one to keep your eye on here this evening.
Brian Johnson over in the truck. And finally, PB Henry and Justin Levine as the underdog here.
I say Levine as the underdog because it has been the worst introduction to a season he could have possibly imagined here for the LB Builders Cup Series.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for him. Well, let's go ahead and break things down here on the grid. Let's see who is going up in what order. Patrick Gitter is your pole sitter right now with Evan Say in second. The the Tate Crosby Pole Award, goes to Patrick Gitter. I wanted to get that correct there. Evan Say in second. Randy Mullins in third with Adam Benefield in fourth. Kyle Holden in fifth with Josh Schaffner in sixth. Paul Hill in seventh with Chris Crosby in eighth. Chris Vincent in ninth. And Lou Christian in 10th. The fifth row there.
Coming home, they're starting the grid off here in 11th. Is going to be the machine of Paul Gallimore with Bryce Rayner up top in the 22. 13th place is going to be Thomas George with Brandon Pasalacqua P14 in the 6th machine. 15th going to be Jordan Slater with Brian Johnson up top. Followed by Carvin Ruff with Tim Wortman Jr. on the outside of row 9. Row 10 going to be Paul Whitley with J.C. Gibson running at the top 20.
Moving along, Keith Long, followed with Jose Medina on the outside. Kevin Zosiak and Alexander Carr on the next row there. Followed by Daniel Wiles and Louis Becerra, 25th and 26th. 27th, Zach Millett, 28th. Russell Black, 29th. Justin Levine, and 30th, Joseph Causey.
Good luck, boys.
Starting at 31st, going to be the 25 machine of PB Henry with Austin Edstrom making a appearance this week. Nicholas Isaacs with Carr up top with Shane Clore and there's John Binner running out in the field tonight.
Chad Kibbe is tucked in there as well. Let's get things going, though. Pace cars off, folks. Let's get bumped. It's Patrick Gitter and Evan Say here. We are go here on Grid Vision. Uh-oh.
And that's going to be a thing to keep your eye on there. Heavy wheel spin there for Patrick Gitter. We've seen it all week second gear. You can't launch in third. It's so slow off the line. But if you start off in second gear, you are right on the edge of losing all back-end traction. That's what you see there.
Oh,
we got one car around, heavy contact with the inside wall.
Very bad look right now. Unfortunately, the lady in black is already starting to claim some dancing partners.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, it's so sketchy.
You know what? We can
Timmy.
shake this off, folks. We can shake this
What's
off.
up, my man?
It's just a gremlin. We'll get this gremlin shaken right off, and we'll get this race started up again very shortly here.
Dude,
Cup Series, we know that these
dude, I
guys
can't believe it, man. Even on the start,
so
I
I'm anticipating
I roasted them.
once we figure out how Darlington is set up today, and well, maybe
I roasted these.
new on these cars.
These little bastards.
Change in terms of the model here.
Yeah, absolutely no rear diffuser, so next to no downforce, as well as 750 horsepower straight to the wheel, as opposed to the 675 we had last year. So these cars are significantly more of a handful than they have been in years past. So, no, has anybody had issues? But I can't get into spectate right now.
Good start, boys.
It's all good right now on my side. I'm in. But I got
says, I don't know, this is a weird bug. I've
man,
never
that's
had
nuts.
This one in spectate.
Timmy, I don't know if you caught that on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's kind of infuriating, as we see.
Holy cow. Yeah. Like maybe an eighth of the speed.
I can't do that either. It's just it's a grayed out bar.
Ugh.
That's a new one. Good work, Iverson.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, at least you can see.
Oh,
things
you're
hopefully
lucky.
from
That's
the,
good, man.
stream out right here, as everybody's getting stacked back up.
It's not a bad plan.
Evan Say is out in front.
Here's a
right
question
now.
for you
We've got
boys. When you
Benfield
speed in the
right
pits like
behind.
that, is there a max speed you can do
Gitter,
before it gets
what a
worse?
launch. Oh man.
Oof.
Probably going to be one of the most memorable parts of this race, unfortunately, is going to be that launch here. Let's go back and take a little look-see.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Here's actually how things happen a little further back. Here's
Yes, one to go.
where that wreck kicked off.
It's just classic. Everybody trying to get a little
I
too
think
much
you're
out
right.
of turn 2 here on the initial start, and you end up running into that. It's been like that all week in A Open, NIS. It's kind of textbook here for Darlington. You know, you can theoretically fit 2 cars in there, but you can barely make it work. And you start throwing other guys around there, air being thrown to the nose, and spoilers to these cars. It gets very dicey very quick. Now, I got wrecked in NIS last night on the first lap in the first turn. Somebody decided they want to take it 3 wide. It didn't work.
You know a flashback that gave me there,
Yeah,
Danny?
You don't say. You don't say.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Somebody wasn't you. Was
No, trailer park.
No, I was on the outside. I was the one that everybody leaned into.
Yes, it was, man.
Okay, yeah, you guys slammed into them.
Absolutely not.
Oh God! All right, we got to
And
survive.
folks, remember that we have the Gritty Bot in Twitch chat. If you're watching
Survival,
on Twitch,
boys.
you could place some bets on what driver you think is going to come away with it all. But we're going to get things started here again. Benefield and Say on the line. Let's look for the BK Designs restart zone.
Sorry, Danny.
And there we go.
Nobody's
We are
going.
green yet again. A much cleaner start here with Say at the front. He's going to fly away. at the
Thank you, sir.
beginning here, and we are going to get things kicked off.
Great launch between 2. More orderly throughout the field here as we work through 1 and 2. No real side-by-side action. Jason Gibson getting hung out right out of turn 2 to the back straightaway. And now here comes the 4 machine. Brian Johnson thinks better of it, pedals it back down as we watch Gitter now trying to make a quick pass here on the 92 machine of George Slater.
Peter, once his spot's back, he was the pole position here. And now, unfortunately, he has fallen back to 10 double digits. After that really shaky wheel spinny start. But you know what? He was able to wheel spin and control the car and even find a place back in line without it losing too many places.
You just let me know, Danny, if you want to go around.
It's done for Patrick Gitter. Here he is. Watch this. He's on the inside now. Trying to make the pass here.
Oh, heavy contact for Slater with the outside wall. Tagging it right in the center of 1 and 2. That's going to slow him down a good bit. Now the 09 machine of Jason Gibson getting back into the rear bumper. And I guess Gibson's theme for throwback week this week was 90s. Because that car definitely looks like childhood to me. What about you, Joe?
Let me see. You're talking about Gibson?
Yes.
Let's take a look here. I want to get a closer look myself. Oh my God. Well, if I had to guess where that car was from, I was about to say if I had to guess where that car was from, it'd be West Philadelphia.
It looks like he's trying to go back to Philadelphia too. You see the hit out too.
Yeah, right. Well, Philadelphia is that away. He'd be better off playing out Max and relaxing all cool. Yeah, my opinion.
out of school already.
No, not with the way that he's driving right now. Got to keep him on the road there.
Everybody watching at home, probably cringing heavily. Do not blame
Good.
them.
Let him. Shameless here on Good Vision. Hear us, shameless.
I want to slide that back like that.
I was there when the old spells were cast. The old books were written.
I just caught the reruns on Nick at Night.
Roger that.
Roger's not here right now. I think Roger's racing.
Well, that's true. I can actually say Roger that without feeling like I'm tripping over myself every time I say it.
He's probably in our chat right now.
He might be.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see how things are going here on the racetrack. Things have strung out pretty well here up at the top 10. Right now, the action seems to be a little bit further back. The closest being the battle between Shocker and Luke Christian is actually heating up a little bit. There's about 5 cars in a row right there that are all about nose to nose to each other. But aside from that, in the top 10, things are pretty strung out.
I was just taking a quick glance through to see what kind of fire paint schemes everybody brought to the track this week. I gotta say, I think Greg Carr's got the throwback week. Definitely won here with that 25 machine right now, back in 24. He's going at it right now. One of Nicholas Isaac's ice is getting down on the bottom here, trying to get past him out of 4. Look at that. It's the old Ken Schrader Budweiser King of Beers hot rod.
That looks
same
awesome.
car that
They're in a hurry.
flipping at Talladega, I believe.
Whoa. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's just red, man, but that was actually the paint
There it
scheme
is.
today. Producers complain, the car's just red. Yeah, that's how they used to paint cars back in the day. You know, they didn't go and shove 20 pounds worth of iron on everything.
I like it. I think it looks classy.
Look, he's got the logo placements in the perfect spot.
I think it looks classy.
I swear. This man has no love for anything like pre-2015.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to look at it.
Darby Deals over here.
I'm not gonna take any sides on this one. I'm just gonna sit here and sip my beer, boys. That's gonna be how I will contribute.
We're
to
only
this
half a tenth off the leader that last time, Danny.
You pick the side that's paying you.
I should. I should. You're right. I should not bite the hand that feeds, and I should.
Hey, Instagram and reels, whatever.
See what I mentioned about Opie Builders Cup is that they find their groove, and we did. We found our groove after that start. Now we're back in here, 15 out of 190 here for the BK Designs Southern 260. I'm gonna say it like that every time. Southern 260. Yeah.
Good right now. I'm seeing a little bit of damage on a couple of these cars too. My underdog pick tonight. Well, I should have picked Justin Levine, center of the front splitter on the 19 Team Conti hot rod, absolutely bowed in. Chris Crosby as well, heavy damage to the right front of the 9 machine. So these guys are kind of just praying that we start to get a couple cautions here if they want to have a chance to get back into the front, because as tight as these cars are in center 1-2, having any kind of damage to those is an absolute nightmare, as I learned the last race I did this week.
Yikes. Yeah. Let's see where that damage came from. Back in time a little bit.
It's going to be a check up in 1 and 2.
Nice gap out the back, Danny.
Somebody's going to get loose here. Yep, he's already got damage. All right. The guys working with trap cameras lied to us.
Maybe into the new line. All right. Out in front. Say, leading things. Still dominating the beginning of this race here. And it's going to be a while, I think, until pit stop strategy comes into play for us to see how Evan Say and Adam Benefield end up actually getting within battling distance of each other. I think it'll probably be pit stop. What do we go? How many laps do we go in this? Yeah, it's 60% in the tank.
No, it's full percentage of tank.
It's full percentage. Okay.
So these guys will probably get roughly about 65 laps to the tank. That's what we were looking at in the open earlier today.
Okay.
Nothing to note too though, sitting in third place right now and putting together a pretty good drive, starting to catch up to the back of Adam Benefield. At 26, Paul Hill was absolutely dominating
That's
A-Open
weird.
not even an hour and a half ago. An issue on pit road took him out of the running for the win, but a lot of speed underneath the hood of that Bigfoot chassis like the Toyota.
That's right. Paul Hill sitting there just
He keeps
behind
coming down in
Benefield.
4, and it's taking all the air off me.
If he can get, I think he is pretty firmly in the bubble there. You know, he's got the air off Benefield. He could close that gap. Ooh, a little loosey-goosey there for Paul Hill for a second. But if he can close that gap, we can see some action here.
He's just got to keep a little bit of clean air to the nose of that 26 Camry. Because it is so hard to do anything in dirty air, especially here at Darlington. You know, other tracks, you have different lanes you can choose from, different things you can do. Here at Darlington, you pretty much just got to lock it down as low to the track as you possibly can. You seem doing a good job at here through 3 and 4, staying about a quarter of a lane underneath to get clean air to the nose. And look at this, Gitter starting to climb back through the field, already up to 6th spot. Heartbeat of America Chevrolet looking really good here tonight at Darlington as well.
Heartbeat of America.
Even if he decided not to throw together a special throwback paint scheme just for me.
He must have been just for you.
But yeah, no, I said, you know, you should try this one. He's like, we'll see what we do. We didn't do anything, Pat. Come on.
No. You want some custom paint scheme. Let's see where we got eyes on right now. Big number 12 of Louis Becerra. Let's look at the fact sheet here.
It's not a throwback. You're throwing back to yourself from last week. It's my argument.
Okay, you got me there.
This is very annoying.
You're throwing back to yourself from last week. You're not throwing back very far. Technically a throwback? I mean, if you wanted to say, no. It's got to be something that was once worn. It can't be currently worn. You know, throwbacks are things that we don't have anymore. That's I totally agree. So I agree.
No, thank you.
Basically, I agree.
I'm glad that we've cultivated such a strong echo chamber here at Richmond. I think I'm noticing Benefield starting to pick it back up, pulling away from Paul Hill, closing the advantage a little bit here for the 333 machine of F&C. About a 10th up that last lap.
Got 1, 2, 3 there.
It's also really weird seeing him drive the black and green car instead of the powder blue machine that he runs every week.
Yeah. This is his own sort of throwback here, the Team Conti car.
I'm going on a limb and assume so. I just probably wasn't around for when this paint scheme originally saw the track.
Fair enough. There it goes. Absolutely tearing it around in second right now. Holding on to great spot to be in when you're only on 27 out of 190. Second is not a bad spot to be in. You get a great chance to make strategies with just a hint of reaction to the leader, and the leader's going to do all the work on pushing through the air. The leader's going to do all the work on making the first pit call decisions. So it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders at this stage of the race. Just be hanging in second.
So Ray Mullins put together a pretty good run here to start things off in the OB Builders door and trim Chevrolet. Currently sitting right behind Patrick Gitter in 6th place. I think this is the best we've seen Randy run all season at the start.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain. See, you got that steel trap. so I'm going to defer to you on this one, but I think you're probably right. Randy is not a name that we're usually calling in the top 5 this early in the race. We'll see him pop in there, but it's not usually until a couple cycles have happened and like strategies have come in, and his strategies are usually fantastic. They play to his strengths, but in this case, he is up there a little early.
It'll be good to see what he's capable of this week with a little bit of track position in his favor.
Absolutely. Yes,
Evan,
indeed.
Evan's starting to slip back away from these guys now.
Yeah, the gap is increasing yet again. What was half a second is now 0.7 on the chart. Looks like Isaacs
Yeah.
had a little bump there.
I heard him come over the radio asking if they made contact. I think he's talking about Austin Edstrom, the car right behind him in 45.
Oh yeah, well it looks like he's fallen back a little ways since. That Beastmobile.
Strange seeing him in a Tyler Reddick main scheme. I mean, this guy, I'm pretty sure, has a tattoo of Ryan Blaney on his chest at this point.
Same thing to me.
I can't decide which is funnier, the idea of that tattoo or what we just heard Adam Benefield saying over the radio. Sounds
Benefield's,
like
crashing out here, had a little bit of dirty air packed up there with the 83 machine. Now he's angry. Not really.
well, when you're in a line like this, oh, Paul Hill. Paul Hill with the wall. I'm gonna start calling it the Pink Floyd. Paul Hill with the Floyd. He hits the wall, and it's not pretty this time. Though. That's some damage there on the left, on the right side. Smashed up.
Luckily for Paul Hill, though, I don't think the wall's gonna be his last big hit, as you see him still ripping around the outside here through 1 and 2, closing a little bit here on Benefield. And I think this is the point where Evans' tires may have gone ghost. You're starting to see a little bit of a log jam warm up here in the top 3. All these guys getting pulled back together because Evans just, fast enough to hold the line, but slow enough to throw a little bit of dirty air on the nose of the cars behind him. This always brings everybody back together.
Yeah, we got Roger Pierce in the chat throwing it up. What's up, Roger? How are you? Looks like wall hits are fine this week. It's like a speed boost. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, Darlington pays off then.
Well, Benefield almost found out what happens if you hit the inside wall there.
Yeah, the inside wall, if you get that far down
Next
here,
traffic
It's not a
jam.
boost. It's not a speed boost, I can tell you firsthand.
No. It ain't no speed boost.
Roger isn't wrong, though. There's ways that you can hit the wall here, make it look like an accident, and be faster than everybody at the same time. Like that, right there.
It's the perfect dismount when you're falling down a staircase. It's just that last move. You gotta make it, crucially, you gotta make that last move look like it benefited you in some way. And no one will pay any attention to what happened beforehand. As long as you can stick the landing.
If you hit it right, I mean, it can kind of turn into a Willy Wonka with the Kane scenario, too. You do about 4 or 5 backflips, and everything's good.
And then you
Might
pop
have to
back
send
up.
it the outside here.
Oh my goodness.
It's only ever cool if you pop back up, though. If you don't pop back up, it's kind of disappointing for everybody.
Quick side note. No, he didn't tell anybody
Nice.
he was going to do that somersault.
Yep.
Because he wanted everybody to be on their toes around him for the rest of
Wait.
the movie. And there's a yellow. Oh no. We had things good for a long time here, folks.
Everybody's like, what the hell's he
Things were
talking about?
solid. We had a lot of green flag racing, a lot of single file racing, but I guess there were a few moves that might have might have bitten off more than they could chew, I'm guessing here. Let's take a look.
Let's
Here
see.
goes the number 1.
Heavy damage to the back of Nicholas Isaacs.
Not pretty. Let's see what happened to Isaacs here.
See him right here
Way
behind the
back.
car. Car gets down to the bottom of Slater here on the back straightaway. It's up to the back bumper of Carr. He gives Carr a little bit of a shot there. And yeah, he kind of just put himself in a bad spot.
Yeah, it's a bit of a self-spin situation. Now, he was right next to the 92. The 92 went a little bonkers there. There was some movement that I think would have freaked me out.
Isaacs kind of sets this off there. You see right here, he gets into the back of the 25 machine car, shoots him up the hill, tries to kind of drive through him a little bit, and it de-wedges the one machine, and around goes Isaacs right in front of Edstrom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there were too many cooks right there in a very small spot. 4 cars in a very small patch of track, all trying to vie for distance to make that turn. Here we have it from Edstrom's point of view.
Right here, there's nothing Edstrom can do. He can't even predict this is going to happen.
No. He honestly tries to drive a pretty good line right up the middle, but with Isaac
80,
on the bottom making the right and coming back up the field, there was nothing he could do about it. As we see everybody come in and use this time to get a pit stop in and maybe, if they can, repair some damage.
So I'm wondering, is completely off topic here, but I wonder, is Edstrom's profile picture still Rocket Man? No.
Rocket Man. Which Rocket Man are we talking?
Did we just really have good pit stops, or am I missing something?
You think
now,
Austin's
did you know
gonna log into gridvision.live and update his profile? Yeah, like
I bet that if he went to
only-
gridvision.live.
only quality
Randy.
racers, the best
Randy
of the
Spad.
best, go to gridvision.live and update their profile. Now Edstrom, he's not one of those guys, all right? We love him. He's a great guy. He's got a great heart. But he's not going to get on there and do that. He doesn't care about us.
Well, he's not going to get on gridvision.live and upload his profile picture.
He's also not saving at the pump.
NASCAR commercial references.
Yeah.
Did you get it all fixed?
Love it, love it. Well, remember, for those who are watching,
good.
gridvision.live is a fantastic place, resource for everything related to the leagues that we call here on Grid Vision. And if you are a driver, you can upload your picture and we'll use it on the air.
Everybody can see you.
Yeah.
You can even put on like a little AI-generated fire suit guy, and you look professional.
That is 2026.
Seriously,
Looks
I don't know where Thomas is on his. I'm glad she's gone.
And Anna Benefield says, my throwback is Brendan Hastings' car. Look at the rear bumper. Up in front, Say and Benefield are going to get things started here. Pace car off, looking for the BK Designs restart zone. And we're green yet again.
Oh, big wiggles up there for Adam Benefield. Struggle a bit through the gears.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Under here is a massive slider to the nose of the 83 machine. And Paul Hill now moves into second place. Patrick Gitter all over the back bumper. Benefield throws a block down the back straightaway and cracks a joke at the same time. That was great. Benefield goes and throws like a little half block on Gitter and just help him get a turn 3. He's like, no, I'm just kidding. You can have it. It's classic.
Proper gentleman's race here. A little friendly competition from Benefield.
Well, he's got to keep him on his toes. I mean, it was revealed last week that he is Gitter's stepdad.
Very proud of his son. That's true.
Are you winning, son? As we see
Ooh.
Alexander Carr
Who's
falling
falling
back.
back?
One car around, though. We got a wreck in the back. The yellow is out.
Where is that happening? That's a ways back. Can't quite see where that one started, but we'll get eyes on it momentarily here.
Jose Medina went around.
Oh, roger that. Oh, here we go. Step
There's-
the way back machine.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
Oh, we just didn't try not to kill us both, Dan. Holy shit, was that scary?
Whoop.
That's just a little.
I was like quarter
significantly
throttle
too
the whole
deep
time,
into
just-
corner number 3 there
Yeah.
to make it stick. That's
There's your problem right
See,
there.
in mine, I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, big checkup.
Laggy McLaggersons.
Jose's on the horn with a little apology. Very, very good sportsmanship. But yeah, that was just a hell of a moment.
good amount of damage to the left rear quarter and the left front fender of the regular powered Set-Go Camry.
Once again, OB Builders Cup fellas showing that they know how to race each other, and that even when accidents happen, you know, you can shake hands and move right along there. Jose Medina is back out on the track. Nicholas Isaacs, I think, was who he got into, right? He got into the back of Isaacs there. Is still looking pretty good, still driving.
Yeah, Isaac's not having the traditional start today either.
No.
Normally starts off running really well, and it's kind of been him versus himself the first 45 laps here, but still a long way to go. 190 laps, and you know, maybe not by distance, but it feels like the longest race of the year when we come to Darlington.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this whatever this is Gremlin riding along with Isaacs right now. I'm hoping that it can shake and maybe get off the track a little bit, because he's been working really hard, and it just feels like bad luck has been the situation a little bit. Well, one of them was him out driving himself a little bit, but yeah, him just being in the right place at the wrong time there with Jose Medina. That's just one thing after the other here. So let's got my fingers crossed there for Isaacs as the race goes on, and other situations we want to see play out up here at the front. Benefield and Holden and Gitter, all competitors, fantastic competitors. There's a very good chance here that they will have something to say to Hill and to Evan Say as the laps go on here. They've been closing that gap, losing the gap, closing the gap, back forth, and so I'm excited to see.
It'd be a miracle if we survive this race.
As we cross the line and the lights are off in the pace car. Sheldon, I'm going to give you this restart this time around, my buddy, and I'm going to let you take us to the line as we get ready for what's going to be another. Let's do the math here. About another 150 laps here.
I think that's. I think we all know at home, guys. That is code for Joe needs to go use the little broadcaster's room.
No.
Or should we call it the little broadcaster's booth? I'm not sure yet.
No, I'm just just trying to spread the love here at Darlington.
Go spread it in the bushes, why don't you? As we see FC leading into turn 3, him door to door with correct former teammate from last year, to Paul Hill. And Paul Hill put together quite a tear here. And Evan blinking out a little bit. That might be something to keep your eyes on as they work out of turn 4, getting ready to get to the restart zone. Into the BK Designs restart zone. The flag is in the hand, and we are back underway. And Evan C starting to breakaway great launch. Aggregator taking over spot for Paul Hill for 1 and 2. Up the hill goes the 21 machine. So nervous, you get so nervous running side by side here in the first turn. These restarts are probably the most nerve-wracking moment that you have on the sim, because of how small the margin for error is.
Well, I was watching the restart here, and it looks like Paul Gallimore was at first one of the situations where things were still 2x2 leading back into the pack. But now things have sorted themselves out. Everyone is back into that single file shuffle where we're going to start seeing individual challenges as everybody is going around lap 49 looking for 50. And once we hit lap 50, yeah, it's going to be 140 laps ago.
Only 140 laps of Darlington, the man says.
It's going to seems like a lot at first, and then you know what? It's going to start creeping up on us that this race is going to be over before we know.
That's what, 4 shifts a lap? Something like that. You're working every second behind the wheel of the car here. You're shifting down to 4th into turn 1. Shifting back up down the back straightaway while you're trying to make passes, and back down a gear again, trying to make the bottom line hook to see Patrick Gitter. Started the night off on the pole, went around, just about backwards on the initial start, and now gets right back past the 333 machine of FNC and back to the lead for the 21 Gitter.
Jesus.
We have a new leader here. And it's Patrick Gitter. Fantastic moves to get himself back up here to the front after what was a tough start for him. He's back where he started this race. He was the pole position, and now he's back in first. But if you remember, if you were here from the beginning of the race, folks, Patrick Gitter had a really rough start with a lot of wheel spin. Landed him back in 10th place at the beginning of this race when we had our first yellow come out. And now it looks like he's at first and just killing it.
This could be dangerous for the whole field, too. You got Patrick Gitter up at the lead, track and tire speed more than anything. I mean, this is the guy that somehow stretched a set of tires at Darlington.
That would have felt awful if I got into him there.
Well past the fail point of everybody else.
Glad you stopped.
And had enough tire to still get around the front straightaway, do a massive burnout after winning without blowing one. So, Gitter up front can definitely be an interesting case for the rest of these guys. You see one car up into the fence, Tim Workman Jr. right in front of Joseph Causey and Thomas George down on the bottom of the 88 machine. But here comes Causey around the top with the momentum. He's going to pull in the 99 machine down the back straightaway. Causey's also been running pretty well this week.
Yes, he has been. He's been doing fantastic from what we've seen here. You've probably seen a few other results or talked to him more than I have in terms of how things have been going for the 88 there.
Runner-up in NIS this afternoon with no practice.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Just hopped in the car, finished second.
Yeah.
So if anybody gets a chance to pull the rear bumper off the 88, just go for it now.
Now's your chance. Right.
No, one car around on the front straightaway. Backed up into the fence in the inside lane. And that is Chad Kibbe.
Kibbe down the inside, big slam to the inside wall, but he's still rolling. He got back out into the end of the line. He's just trying to get back up to speed.
Does not look like Jumpman's going to be doing any jumping here. Heavy damage to the left front splitter, and it looks like the toe link has also been out because I saw a little bit of crab walk on the 45 Toyota. Got up there in front of Shane Ford, pulled the air off. These cars are so on the edge coming out of turn 4 here this week. And you get that air yanked off that rear spoiler, there's no diffuser to save you here, and it just comes right around from under you. Look at that. Yep, that is toe damage right there. You see how that wheel's pushed to the left?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Typically, we run those things a couple degrees to the right to make turning in a little bit less of a handful.
Yeah.
You can see the grab walk.
Yeah, he's
my right rear hates me.
In fact, though, Gitter leading by 0.5 of a second over FNC. Paul Hill sitting in third right now in the 26 Camry over Benefield, and Luke Christian running up top 5. In 7th place right now.
And look, hold on this camera angle here. This is a fantastic angle here. We get a chance to use one of our fancy new tools we have here on the Grid Vision broadcast. Look just how much room they have at Darlington. We didn't get that yellow out here. All of this space is not usable. You know, you can try to pass there, but ultimately you're going to get yourself killed if you try to hang out there. And that seems to be what we've seen happen over and over and over again.
So 1 and 2, there's only one way that you can run it, and you stab it in quick off of the apron, ride it all the way up to the fence, wait for the car to allow you to cut the corner exit. 3 and 4, you got a couple different lanes. You see guys up here working against the fence. You see some down by the paint. At certain points in the run, too, you can get the car underneath the paint on entry and let it kind of diamond up a little bit like you would at New Hampshire. So you got options 3 and 4. 1 and 2, though, you just hope the guy in front of you doesn't bend into the wall because there's nothing you can do to get off if he does. Also, another thing to note about PB Henry, started off tonight 31st. Look at him now, currently sitting 6th position in that CFM Chevrolet. And that's, one of the 2 CFM cars in the field here. And the first one has led the most laps currently. That's Evan C. It's at second. And look at the pace that PB Henry's put together to get the car through the field up to 6th already.
Fantastic pace. And in fact, I think he is pulling away just a little bit from Luis Becerra behind him, trying to catch up to Luke Christian ahead, see if he can make the pass. I think there's a possibility there because he is getting closer and closer, and he was my underdog for this week. I just had a feeling he was the one who kind of stood out to me. I did my usual tea leaves swirl, and it said, watch out for PB Henry this week. He's got a habit of finding a groove and just sticking with it, and it paying off really like a slow roast, a slow burn. And you might find that at this track this weekend. That's what I went with for the underdog pick, and now we're seeing him climb his way up to the top 10.
So if I hadn't gone and picked Patrick Getter, I'd be looking pretty bad up here right now. In comparison, now we see the 95 machine PB Henry get to the bottom of Luke Christian here. This is for the 5th spot. Christian knows the 95 is faster, cracks the throttle. Coming into 1, lets the 95 go. That is the way that you make it work. If you know you're going to lose a spot, you don't lose too much time. You see the guy take a peek to the bottom, you just lift extra on corner entry and let him have the corner. And both of y'all get to live and talk about it.
Yeah, that's the freaky moment. You gotta lift just that little bit, because when he comes to close the door, if you're still pushing coming out of that corner, especially if it's like 2, you're coming out of 2 here, and you're flying like a bat out of hell, like if you don't give that space, just that little tiny inch or 2 of space for the door to close, it just doesn't. It's just not going to pay off for anybody. You're going to have some serious trouble.
Sorry guys, it appears my daughter is serenading us right now.
It's all right. It's better than my singing, I'm sure.
It's debatable, to say the least. As you look through the field right now.
Roger
Josh
that,
Hoffman throwing back to last week in the 50 hot rod.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's corn, it has the juice.
That is the juice. Crosses the line here. Lap 66. Lap 66.
Not in the younglings.
Gonna crush a bunch of younglings.
No, you don't want that to do it here tonight. We'll save that for tomorrow night.
All right.
See Cosby making a look down to the inside here on the 28th machine of Tim Workman Jr. This is your battle for lucky 13th. I think I just learned about how Cosby's run this place. So you see all the momentum he lost on the inside lane there? That signals to me that he's keeping that thing locked up to 5th gear to try and save as much tire as possible. You know, lose a little bit of ground here. It's real hard to make the pass if you're keeping it in 5th. But it is excellent on that right rear tire in the long run. So it'll be a smart play here for Cosby. Oh, big wiggle there for the 17 machine. Daniel Wow is almost losing it out of turn 4 behind the 88 of Cosby. Filling it up pretty quick, though. And Levine's bringing the snowplow up to the top 15 here.
The snowplow, yes, he is.
He's got the front bumper fixed. Drives on here as he's starting to get a little bit closer to just Causey. Throughout the field, everybody just single filed out right now. It's kind of a string of cars being led around the track, which is business as usual here for Darlington.
Yep. But that's good. That's the kind of driving that we need to see. Is we need to see people making individual battles against each other, one-on-one fights. That's what we're going to see. We're not going to see huge stacks of 2x2 cars going around the outside here. We're not going to see 3 wide very often, most likely. You know, you might see it a little bit. You mentioned that it's what took you out earlier this week, but it's
Thanks, Joe.
going to be. Well, I just wanted to rub the salt in the wound, buddy. That's all I was trying to do. Hey, I said it took you out. You know, you didn't get taken. You didn't take anyone. Anyway, whatever. But my point being is that Darlington, single file at Darlington is fantastic. And I'm glad that we've found that group here.
I didn't take anybody out last night, but I'm sure it didn't help somebody not take themselves out this afternoon.
Fair enough.
Look, man, the guy stuffed me into the wall coming into the corner, and the center of the corner on the exit of the corner. I figured I was just going to help direct him into which lane he should be in off the straightaway.
That was friendly of you.
I was just trying to point him in the right direction. You know, he didn't take too kindly to that, but gives you sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Because right now we watch more action. There is some action happening down here on the track now. Look at Causey. Catch the 88 as he attempts to hold off or make the pass here on the 28 of Tim Morgan Jr. See if he can. Right behind Causey, you've got Justin Levine also trying to make some speed, make some pace up here.
I think he's trying to make some points here this week. He's in a massive hole right now because every week that whatnot Camry has been angled the wrong direction at some point during the race with heavy damage.
Yes, sir.
Great fish and orange should be run better.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Gotta get us a Great Fish and Orange car.
Get out of the magic school bus here for a little bit. Oh, look at this run. Causey's going to get Wortman tag the fence through 1 and 2. Now Causey down to the bottom here in the back straightaway.
So close right there.
Wortman sees that car behind him is going to crack the throttle here, let him go by, going to try and race that outside line to see if he can't get back up the quarter panel. There's not going to be enough. Causey shutting the door on the front straightaway. Here comes Levine.
Yeah, what a slick little move by Causey just to say, nope, we're not going to have that spot. Then Levine with the pressure. The two of them working together very, very well to topple Tim Wortman Jr., who is now 2 more places lower than he was about 45 seconds ago.
Under the paint a little bit there, 3 and 4. Trying to get a little more rotation, early entry and center. And it sets him up for a great run down the front straightaway, down to the bottom with Joseph Causey, but Causey uses the top line to spring ahead. Levine wiggles a little bit, chases it back up the hill, going to lose a little bit of time. Now closes back up to him out of 2, taking a dive down to the inside, try and get past the 88 machine into 3.
Look at these guys. 2 wide, but it feels like 3. Oh, contact! The 19. That's Levine up into Causey. He doored him pretty good, but Causey just no-sold it and kept on driving.
And back to the drawing board for Justin. Trying to figure out how to get past this 28 machine. Tim Wortman again, just without the help this time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Wortman is compelled to be defensive, if Wortman is compelled to just keep driving his line. And it looks like he's just going to drive his line right now.
I'm sure there's some words being had over the Winston radio right now. You know, up at the front of the field, everybody's separated by at least 0.5 a second from each other.
Damn, yeah. Very spread out. That happened very quickly, too.
This is how it ends up.
That's true. As we're looking into lap 80 of 190, folks, here for the BK Design Southern 260. We're going to go ahead and take a little break here on Grid Vision, and when we get back, more sweet racing action here from iRacing and the OB Builders Cup Series. So stay tuned.
Oof. Who is it?
Hey folks, we are back here for the BK Design Southern 260 on Grid Vision. Yeehaw! It is the OB Builders Cup Series, and it is race 7 out of 36 tonight. Lots of races in this series. It's going to be fantastic, and we're only getting started here. It's the Grid Vision boys, me, Jolo up in the booth with Sheldon Atkins, Austin Derbyshire in the truck. We're putting it together for you tonight. It's been a good one so far. We've had a few yellows here and there, a little couple of self spins, one almost yellow that didn't really happen, and then now, well, it's green flag racing, but everyone's making passes here and there. Ambition is the name of the game tonight. The Lady in Black has already chosen a few lucky winners to be leading this race. Let's talk about who's out in the front right now. Patrick Gitter leading this race. After a lot of this race was led by Evan Say, Gitter made his way out into the front after a round of pit stop action. Now Evan Say is in second, Paul Hill is in third, PB Henry in fourth, and Adam Benefield rounds out your top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, Patrick Gitter also getting back up to the lead after almost binning it on the initial start from the Tate Crosby pole position. So only a little bit of attrition to start the night off with the 21 machine, but looks like everything's firing on all 8 cylinders here for Heartbeat of America Chevrolet, as he's just holding about 0.5 of a second gap between him and Evan Say, and just a few car lengths back from Evan Say. Paul Hill put together a great performance for the 26 machine, and this is a track that always kind of works out for Paul Hill. Always seems to run pretty well when we come here to Darlington, so it's good to see the Dakota Dominator running pretty well here tonight in Darlington.
The Dominator looking good, and Darlington, a track that challenges even the best among us. We were talking a little bit earlier about liability on the track, places that you can put the car, places that you can make moves happen, and as you can see, well, a lot of the racing here is getting done as far up the track as you can. Down into the corners, though, depending on which corner you're going into, you get a little bit lower. I think in 3 and 4 you get a little closer to the line, and 1 and 2 you stay a little closer to the wall, something like that.
1 and 2, you send it in down here on the bottom, let the car right all the way up to the fence, because you got a second apex right here coming out of turn 2 that you absolutely have to nail. If you run a little bit high coming into turn 2, you stand a heavy risk of knocking the right side off the car. Then down to 3 and 4, if you want to make those tires last, you keep it down there on the paint. Some guys make a little bit of a diamond line work. If you're really trying to burn through some stuff though and make up some quick spots, you send it right up there against the outside wall. A lot of options for 3 and 4, but 1, 2, and this is just, it always feels like you're playing Russian roulette coming into turn 1 here, especially when you're in traffic, because you go in there and it's kind of a leap of faith, hoping that you have enough grip to stick to the corner, and you get right up there about to the point where you can barely fit a credit card between your right rear quarter pound, that outside fence, and you just lunge it back down the track before the exit. Is one of the most fun experiences in all of sim racing, in my opinion.
Wonder if guys are doing
well
short
said.
fuels
Very
here.
well said, sir. Heading down pit lane. Let's take a look here.
There's 12 machine Louis Bazera coming down for 4 tires and some Sunoco race fuel. Early hold down for him. He's the first car in this stint to come in. Paul Gallimore's on pit road currently as well. Paul Gallimore with a great Darrell Waltrip throwback this week.
I'd have to agree.
If anybody expected anything else, 11 machine.
Right now, well, just making his way down pit lane, on his way to the exit, and we'll see him back out on the track momentarily. Now, up here in the top. There goes Gitter. Leading things off.
Whoa.
Behind him, a pass being made. It's the 11.
Don't be doing that yet, right rear.
That's Shires there. Yes. Get that name right. That was Paul. Oh yes, that was Paul Gallimore getting his laps back there. Just making some passes here, and he is definitely going beast mode, trying to get his spots back, trying to get back on the lead lap as best he can. And here we go on the outside. A nice line of cars all battling it out. Here we go. A very close set here. Who is that leading? 25. Oh yeah, with the beautiful paint scheme.
And here's a
Great car.
view. Here's a great view of what tires are due, by the way. Take a look at Patrick Gitter on the back straightaway with Paul Gallimore on 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles. And look at the difference of pace here. See Gallimore down to the bottom of the track, trying to be courteous here because he knows it's the race leader on the outside line, and he's going to grab a gear out of turn 4 and start to pull away. The switch up there between the lap car of Gallimore also opens up a window of opportunity here for Evan C to close the advantage to the 21 machine. Looking to get a great lunge through 1 and 2, but here comes Patrick Gitter back down to the bottom of the track on corner exit. Great drive off the corner rim, but an inch ahead, ever so slight on that 333. And look at Evans sending it wide there, up against the outside fence, using that little pocket of air as a cushion. Pretty sure that has a lot to do with the dirt experience that this talent has so much time in. Two-time iRacing World of Outlaw champion in that 333 machine.
Oh, wow. That I did not know.
Pro Series. Then I think last year was what I was told, made the decision to switch on over to the oval side of things and put together some really stellar drives. Got a lot of wins last season, and this year looks like he's really coming into his own on the oval side of things, because every week you see that car up there in the front.
It makes its way up there and it sticks it.
And I just always thought it was cool of the car too, because it's got that F4 fighter sitting right on the hood.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good livery. It's a good motif, I gotta say.
Stands out, you know it's him.
Yeah.
Although maybe
Catch
needs
one
to
glance.
go back, take another peek at the spec map. So when he runs that thing at night, the car becomes incandescent. Is that the word I'm looking for? It has a weird, it has a weird shine to it.
Yeah. Incandescent. It glows, yeah. Iridescent, yeah. I mean, yeah, that means that it reflects light a certain way.
You
I'm
know,
not sure.
the BK designs Southern 260, however you've been saying it. I think I can let myself not have the highest English skill out of everybody.
I'm 14 out.
That's fair. And I've been calling it the BK Southern 260.
There.
13 and a half
BK
out at the line.
design, Southern
It's not
260.
Burger King,
Don't
either.
confuse it. Don't want to confuse it with any other BK.
With BK designs, you too can have it your way, but you know, with some kind of different wording. Run that through ChatGPT a time or two. Take that with something unique. don't take that one. You might get into trouble.
Yeah. Let's make sure we know exactly who we're talking about here, folks. BK Designs. That's what we're talking about. They are the sponsors for one of the sponsors for tonight's race and the sponsor of the restart zone specifically. So when we fly through that once a lap here.
Oh,
keep them in the
Edstrom,
back of
heavy
your mind.
contact with the outside wall. That's a toe link gone for the 87 machine. And stuffed up against the inside wall as well.
What a slam. What a slam.
Sends it down to 1 and 2. Remember, he's got all that damage from that wreck earlier. Oh, heavy contact. Just lost the nose when he got to the back of Crosby there.
Back to live.
Night.
Yeah.
See Tim Workman Jr. out here on 4 freshies, working past Evan Say, now getting the back bumper of Gitter.
Come on. Let's see.
Yeah, right there, that's an uncomfortable position to be in if you're Patrick Gitter. You know, you'd love to let him go by in turns 3 and 4. It's always miserable when you got a lap car that's faster than you trying to get past in 1 and 2. Because you have to give up so much time to let him go by. So there's not enough grip for them to just send it around the bottom and clear by the time you get to exit. You do not want to come off the corner side by side with somebody. There, working the outside That's the 97 machine of hold.
Oof.
And that is second place in points coming into this race, by the way. Louis Mazeras been putting together a really consistent drive to start this season off here for the OB Motors Cup Series. And that's kind of what you get out of him. You know, it's not going to be, you know, a 15-win season for him, but he always does a good job just being there when it matters the most at the end. Leading a couple of laps, getting some good points, and putting together a whole race. And Mazeras has just been doing that since we dropped the green flag at Daytona in February. And still plenty of season left to go, but I feel pretty confident in that driver of the number 12 machine.
Yeah, I do too. He's got what it takes. It's one of those things where you just notice him week after week being one of those drivers that you want to be like. Like who do you want to drive like?
The right front is pretty much left the chat.
Also, this is cool information that we just got in from the chat too, by the way. If we can get a look at our second place runner over and see. The F4 Phantom on the nose of the CFM Hot Rod is in honor of Captain Ben Morgan, who flew in Desert Storm and sponsored Evan with his first iRacing rig. Right on the front bumper, center of the nose of the Chevrolet. You're going to have to do a little camera magic right here, Darby. Hopefully this doesn't throw a whole bunch of drag onto the 333 machine, but yes, the F4 Phantom sitting right there. That's what we're talking about.
Yo, all right.
It's pretty cool. You know, you love to see that. Lower. There we go.
That's awesome. Well, that's great.
Yeah, the F4 Phantom
his first race.
trails all the way back to, I believe, I want to say it was 68 when they first brought those out. I know that those were the fighters that we were using during Vietnam.
Yep.
And onward until we finally retired them.
I just like that split tail design and the big.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
The big air intake on the front. Anyways,
here's Paul Hill.
love aviation history.
72 laps on the tires here for these guys up the front. That is insane.
Wow, that's a good stretch.
Take a load, Justin.
When are we gonna? It means we're gonna see some really good stuff here very soon.
Tell you what is a bad day to be a right rear tire.
Yeah, holy mackerel. We're on lap 110 right now, which means we have 80 laps left to go. Firmly in the triple digits of lap count. You know, it's looking like.
Yeah, I think she's toast.
Yeah, if I was a right rear tire, I'd be having the worst day.
I'm wondering what the call is too. It's looking kind of like it might be a 3-stop versus 2-stop strategy being rolled here.
Interesting. 2-stop strategy for this racetrack this time.
Nice 7 machine Kyle Holden down pit road. Oh, he's going to miss it though, because this is the most difficult pit road to hit. Slams the commitment. That is going to be an unsafe pit entrance for the 97. Oh man, you don't want that. That's a 40-second hold right there. Trust me, I learned that the hard way today. This is the most difficult pit road in all of motorsports to get on, at least as far as oval racing goes, because it's the way the wall is angled. It is completely against the lane of the racetrack. You can see that right there. It's a very narrow pit entry as well. And it's just so hard to get down there because you got to bring the car up off the flat and pretty much travel down about 3.5 lanes worth of apron. And it feels like it's a 90-degree corner in relation to what you would be hitting with the actual corner. Yeah, and then also the pit road opens up, gets wide once you get in pit road. Then you have just a 90-degree concrete wall that narrows it back up just to widen back up again. It's definitely it's a pit road with a lot of character. Put it that way. But it keeps.
Ooh, 37-28.
Driving through all the boxes.
Sheesh.
21 machine of Patrick Gitter coming down pit road. You get another great look at pit road. See, opens up right here with those last couple of stalls. Then
What the heck was that?
well, a big old wall right there, because why not? Then business as usual from here.
Why did it hold me like that?
And right now, the situation
Cost
in
me a
this
spot.
race has changed just a little bit. Evan Say back out in your lead.
Evan C with the advantage right now in the 3 machine. Out in turn 4 and a healthy advantage over Paul Hill, who has come down pit road, I do believe. Yep, 26 on pit road. And look at this. They were 6 seconds ahead of Adam Benefield.
Just how many seconds did you say? 6 seconds?
Yeah, 6 seconds. Currently now 7.
Okay.
You know,
Intense.
Adam Benefield now coming down pit road for 4 tires and fuel himself.
Watching here.
Oh, Evan misses. Evan.
Wow. That might be the, yeah. And Evan Say just completely duffing it. Missing that pit entrance there, but getting across the line in one piece, didn't run into anything. So we'll see what it ends up costing him in the end.
You missed that pit entry. You end up kind of wishing that you had run into something, because a 40-second hold mandatory on pit road. It's a 40-second sit that you have to think about what you did before they let you leave the box. You see, I'm going to the left sides now, and we're about to see if he somehow did make it in or not. Yeah, they got it back on the ground. Yeah, that's a 40-second hold. That's about 4 laps worth of time.
That's rough.
Patrick Gitter got a speeding penalty. And Benefield is disgusted with him.
He is beside himself with disgust at the fact that he ended up with that speeding penalty. That's so funny.
And it's funny too, because anybody else, be coming on the radio, hell yeah, we got it. And Benefield, is over here. Come on, guys, keep it together. See 37 shooting Kevin Zosiak coming down pit road. And look who is your current race leader. Came down earlier than everybody else. Louis Becerra up here leading some laps, which are going to be very beneficial for him in the point standings right now.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, one car sideways down the back straightaway, just about.
Copy that.
Maybe one with some technical issues too here.
He technically had an issue though. If you swing that low to the bottom of the back straightaway, Darlington, you technically do have an issue. PB Henry ripping the outside line, and PB Henry has put together such a great start to this race. Started out 31st, got himself up to 4th place, is where he's running for the pit cycles came through. And currently sitting in 6th. Two of the front runners getting penalties. This race could very well fall into his hands. You see him in front of Paul Hill right now.
Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that.
PB Henry's been in 6th for a while now too. So I'm kind of interested in seeing when he moves his way up to like 5th or 4th. When is the time for him to make his move?
Right now he's, sitting here, you're minding your own business until somebody comes back to you and it's time to race. Then once you get by him, you go back to minding your own business. How you have to attack this place. And PB has done a great job of it. I mean, you don't just fluke your way up from 31st here at Darlington. It takes a lot of driver talent and a lot of skill. And, this week we're certainly seeing that on full display here from the driver of the 95 machine. Also sitting in 4th right now. Somebody won't talk about a whole lot. Zach Millett in 31 put together a really good run, just behind Tim Wortman Jr., who is the actual fourth place car. I just can't read. They don't teach us what those little squiggly lines are about here in Virginia. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, up here in the north, we learn about the squiggly lines, but it just makes us more depressed. So
must be a Yankee thing. Is all I can think of.
Yep, just be happy you can't read. You can't understand the squiggly lines, buddy.
Probably.
And keep on. Yep, and keep on keeping on. That's all I gotta say.
But I do understand everything that my existential Dune rectangle tells me every time I scroll
Don't do
through
that.
it.
Oh, and it does talk.
Thank you, sir.
Too much.
Back here, look at some lap traffic here for Becerra to deal with.
Becerra just putting together some pretty good laps up here at the front of the field. Has a 14-second advantage, and that is because he pit earlier than the rest of these guys. That's how much time everybody gave up staying out on, 70-some-odd lap tires. But he's going to have to pit again here before this thing's over and done with, I'm pretty sure. And get a look at the stint length here and kind of give you a better picture of how far off everybody
Hell
is
yeah,
from
it fits
each
the
other.
theme. Definitely fits.
That's right.
Old Russell Black does his magic.
One car round out at turn 4. Heavy contact with the inside wall, but keeps it under the racing surface, so we're going to stay
Ooh.
under green. That looks like it's one of the cars. Oh, he's around again.
That car is the 18 car, and the 18 car is driven by a car. The car.
NASCAR car driven by car.
That's right.
Now people think everybody's saying you gotta call them NASCAR cars, which I just think it's goofy myself.
That is a little bit silly. Go down to the ATM machine. Get a couple bucks to watch the NASCAR cars.
Get a look at what happened to the car here in his NASCAR car, and he comes out of turn 4, and back end just hobbles right out from under him. See, it's always terrible when you leave a corner and the front of the car has stopped turning, but the rear has not gotten from it. And that is basically what happened there with the 18. Back end gets yawed out like that. You can't do anything with this next gen car to chase it. If he tries to counter steer it, it's going to go right hook head on into the fence. Get a look at second place right now, Adam Benefield. Trying to close in that 14-second advantage that Becerra has. Becerra's doing a really good job up here at the front, maintaining the gap on older tires, no less. Kind of impressed.
He sped.
Yeah, I have been too. I've been impressed with that. I've been impressed with Becerra. I've been impressed with Gitter. I've been impressed with quite a few people over the course of this race tonight. Benefield,
Right.
You're just easy to impress, aren't you?
I am. I'm kind of an easy to please kind of guy,
Yeah.
You drive your car well, I'm gonna clap like a seal.
That would be funny to see. You do the little Bart too.
Spot on.
So, but clip it, chat.
That'll be me.
We'll make an AI generated. Yeah.
With the clapping in the background. That's me. I can balance, follow my nose, while balancing on the ball. Ready to be a tire because of the NASCAR thing, of course. But back to the race. Yeah, I've been impressed. I think there's a lot of impressive drives tonight, and it's honestly, there's so many different ways that this race could be sliced by the time that we get done with the next couple of laps here. It's lap 132 right now out of 190. We're almost to the 50 lap mark, 50 laps left mark, and once you get to that 50, every 10 laps after that is going to be such a crucial stepping stone, such a crucial, anyways, like a line that has to be crossed. And I'm just looking forward to seeing
You guys good on
strategies
fuel?
play out. I'm looking forward to seeing strategies succeed, fail. I think a lot's going to happen in those last 50 laps here.
Right now, though, Becerra is still putting on a blistering pace, pulling away from Benefield here, picking up a second here in the last couple laps.
I am real close.
Definitely keeping the field honest here in the 12 machine. Of course, that just makes me think that Benefield is on a heavy saving strategy right now.
Like, not good at the moment.
There's another guy that's worked his way back up through the field, though, after all the damage, the incident early on, up to 6th place is the 19 machine of Justin Levine. So a good recovery thus far. Of course, I know that saying good things about him means the next corner he's going to bin it, like he normally does.
Well, let's not hope for that.
It's kind of funny, though.
It's a very close fight right there. They're going to spread out if you're watching it. Oh, he's looking for, no, just looking for clean air.
Well, somebody was expecting to have a little bit better of a run here tonight. Sitting there mired back in 13th, that 6th machine of Brandon Pasalacqua. You know, I always talk about how good he is at tire management and saving.
I'm trying to understand, because
seems like a race that's kind of
I
gotten a
filled
little
it,
bit away
but
from your points leader here. I mean, the good news is, you know, he's got the car, all 4 corners still on it. It's in one piece, riding behind his teammate, Josh Schaffner.
I'm keeping it in 5th now.
Just does not look like he's had the pace that he was expecting to have here at Darlington this week.
No.
Yeah.
No,
in 3.
Ground. Ooh, another heavy tag at the wall there. Heavy hit at the wall from number 6 car.
Jesus.
Hold him down too much, though. Dives down underneath Schaffner here to take over the 12th position. So he's slowly creeping back through.
That's all you gotta do. It's gotta be slow, but it's gotta be sure. And he is slowly creeping back through, making his way up to the front. And everyone at the front is starting to kind of, let's see. I believe Becerra is still 17 seconds ahead of Adam Benefield. And it looks like Kazi's about to make a pass on the outside.
Well, go there. Yeah, 11 machine of Gallimore. That's top 10 there. Wortman Jr. trying to get by him. He's going to tag the fence through 1 and 2, but here comes Tim Wortman back into the top 10. How about this for a drive for Wortman, too? He's also one of those guys that's been on kind of the bad luck end of the stick all year, and here he is at Darlington making big plays, running in the top 10. It's been a good night for him with the 28 Chevrolet. As you see, Pasalacqua trying to prove me wrong, working himself up to 11th. So I guess the race starting to fall in his hands, not so much falling away from him. See race leader Louis Becerra on pit road, 4 tires and fuel for the 12 Mustang as they drop the jack, and now he's going to try and re-merge with the racing action here. And that's going to have the lead over to old Adam Benefield, who has a 9/10 of a second advantage over 2nd place Wall Hill.
Ooh, I saw a big puff of smoke there off the inside wall, I think. I think we're all going to stay green here anyway, so might have been nothing. We are going to keep going, and let's take a look again. Look through the field and see where the battles are happening.
I'm saving fuel here, guys, so.
Definitely not up here at the front.
No, unfortunately, no. What Evan Say is in the middle of some crazy activity right now. Oh, that has sorted itself out right as I was talking about it. But he was there was a 2 by 2 wide situation there, very stacked up. and now Say is once again a man alone. These situations just appear and disappear so quickly. Some of them stick around, but a lot of them are just so ethereal.
Oh, sorry, man. I was gonna let you go.
Quickly,
I saw you
in
peek, and I
out
was gonna
of
let
this
you go.
race, and you barely have a chance to kind of keep up with. Okay, by the time the cameras are on it, you know they're already sorting back out into a single file line. It's been wild to watch.
The difficult thing is tonight's going to be a night of what ifs.
Just let me know when you get a run. You probably get a run off 4 here because I'm keeping it in 5th here.
And Patrick Gitter, both drivers making really costly errors on pit road that took them out of the hunt.
It's not bad. It's actually way better than I thought.
To get back up in the top 10, but I think a win here tonight is definitely off the table for both drivers because you know if they do get a lap back, I mean it's a long crawl to get back up here to the front of the field, especially in a.
I heard he's got black dicks on his shells.
Series. You know, at this point in the race, you've made your bed. Now you just got to live with it. You've got what you got. Now you just got to try and maximize and you know, capitalize. Just bring it home at this point.
Just let me know, Brycer.
And capitalize they shall, as it looks like now at the top of the race. Who's that? Why, it's actually Adam Benefield. Paul Hill and PB Henry is in 3rd.
Now, pick's looking pretty good, but Paul Hill is putting together some really convincing lap times. He's keeping them honest. And also, one difficult thing coming up for Benefield is you see that daisy chain of lap cars in front of him. He's going to have to find some kind of way to get past him. The dirty air is so detrimental to lap time here at Darlington, especially being
yeah, of course.
a facility.
Well, I'm pretty close on gas, so I'm going to let Bryce and Danny go by when they get the itch.
A bunch of time before it gets damage to that Team Conti Chevrolet. And once he hits that, 0.6 of a second mark, that's when he's going to really start feeling the effects of the dirty air, which is going to start bringing him back to the nose of the 26 machine of Paul Hill.
We'll listen really closely here as the 26 machine tries its best to be defensive.
Tag the fence a little bit there in 1 and 2. I think he's getting a little nervous.
Just a bit, maybe. Just a little bit.
Superman's out here sweating. He said he's the best he's ever been. But Paul Hill's looking pretty stout right now. He's starting to close in that gap. Paul Hill now bringing it down to 0.3 of a second. Paul Hill's one of those guys. I'm just looking for the breakout.
Hell yeah.
So much pace. Very calm, clean race car driver. He always kind of gets put in. It always kind of gets used up because of how just clean and respectful he races.
Yeah.
But he's got the pace. He just has not had the luck. But here he is, 2nd place. I mean, could we be on the cusp of seeing a Paul Hill walk away with the season?
And it doesn't mean fart.
I think that he's got a chance here.
Also, he is number 1 in the Grid Vision Power rankings currently.
Ooh, okay, that's spicy.
It's the highest honor in all of the land, coming straight from leader supreme, Austin Derbyshire.
Well, I like that. Everything that you said, sign me up.
I thought we were going to Tahiti. Lee Becerra almost sent Paul Hill to Tahiti there in 1 and 2. Becerra on way fresher tires, cutting through the field at a fever pace right now into 3 and 4. Trying to get those laps back and get himself back into the hunt. It's going to be interesting to see how this meters out because everybody on different tire strategies up here now.
It's definitely a lot better than I thought. I wish I thought of it their mid-run there. That would have been perfect.
Probably spectating and cussing at Levine over the radio right now.
Probably. That makes a lot of sense.
He could have been in the booth with us tonight, but instead he's wrecked on pit road, so I bet he feels great about himself.
Next time, maybe. Next time.
No, that's what he says. Oh, next week. The check's in the mail. I so love you.
We'll get it. We'll get it. Oh.
felt that one. Yeah, let that one burn.
Folks, thank you for watching and for tuning in on YouTube and on Twitch. You're watching Great Vision right now as we are covering the OB Builders Cup Series BK Designs Southern 260.
Come hang out with us tomorrow too. We do the same thing again, but for NIS. So it'll be this race with all the cautions.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This race with every caution you can imagine being NIS open.
Right on board with Paul Hill, and he is closing on Benefield. Benefield's caught that dirty air off the lap traffic in front of him, and it's really starting to hurt that 83 hot rod.
I tell you, I feel like I've saved so much rear tire, it's insane.
Perfect laps here this entire stint. Got him down to 0.2 of a second now as we come into turns 3 and 4. Benefield's gonna catch that dirty air right on corner exit here, and that's gonna bottle him up here on this front straightaway a little bit. See that little wiggle? Because he's looked in the mirror and he knows Paul's there.
Oh, it's true. That little wiggle of awareness. The wiggle that said, ah, ha, ha, I see you. Now I gotta deal with you.
I'm watching this too. We can run the same line here. It's kind of crazy. Benefield working to the outside here on the 23 machine of John Bender. Bender staying low, going to crack the throttle, let these leaders go by. Doesn't want to interfere with their battle. Class act there throughout the 23 machine.
26 of Hill.
Oh, good news, boys. We're catching these guys.
This right here, Paul Hill, this is an absolute destination because you see the car, you see that you've gotten so close to him here. You know, every instinct inside of you is just telling you throttle up sooner, send it deeper into the corner. And this is one place you absolutely can't even remotely think of doing that. As soon as you do it, you're going to start torching those right sides and they're going to be gone. Just got to play the long game here.
And the long game is going to get shorter and shorter here. Lap 159, almost lap 160 out of 190. Means we are almost 30 laps to go here.
The advantage in the 1 and 2, 0.3 of a second now. Hill's starting to taper off a little bit here.
God damn it. Blinked in the wrong spot there.
Here it is. 83. These packs are still together, and there still is so much competition in this race leading down to the end. And it's not just at the beginning of the race, it's not just at the end. It's all throughout the race, man. I've just seen that there's so much going on here. Oh, you gonna pass on the outside?
Past the lap traffic here. Paul Hill trying to use this lap traffic as an advantage. Hoping he gets a shot to reel these guys in. Real Benefield in. A little bit of clean track here, trying to spread the lead a little bit. So look at PB Henry, who's moved up into the 3rd spot in that 95 Chevrolet. And Justin Levine sitting back in 4th.
Okay, that's a decent spot. Let's see where it is compared to everybody
I'd probably
else.
have that little upload packet lost, like dragged to the bottom right of the right screen just so I don't see it.
He's in 4th.
Because that thing flashing would drive me
PB
freaking
Henry
nuts.
is within shooting distance. There's a pretty good gap between PB Henry and Paul Hill, though, about a 4-second gap between the two.
I thought we were catching those boys, but we are not.
But right now, the main problem that in this race is Adam Benefield has to worry about Paul Hill continuing this little surge of speed and catching up to him. So if we look at when did Benefield last pit.
I think I've officially changed my mind about running more Martinsville after this.
45 laps ago? Yeah,
New.
Let's see. Okay, so Benefield's going to pit one more time, probably, before this is over, or he's going to be on fumes.
Bringing home on fumes.
Okay.
Give up way too much if you pit now. You were to pit again here at this point, Becerra would pretty much have you lapped.
Exactly, and that's what I think he's probably not going to do it. But
oh, there's a wreck on the front straightaway. Was that Patrick Gitter?
Whoever it is was still green.
Look at a silver and black car. Oh, and Paul Hill issues in 1 and 2. Fountain loses the back end of the 26 machine.
That's not pretty. That's not pretty at all.
Doesn't slow him down too bad, though. He's actually a little bit closer this lap than he was the last. Benefield locked in, stuck behind some lap traffic. Oh, and he tags the fence in front of him. That's going to slow Benefield down. Here comes Paul Hill to the bumper out of 2. Oh, and Paul Hill almost gets smoked.
Here comes the replay. Let's take a look here.
You know, that's the same thing that almost killed Paul Hill. Shane Fuller tags the fence in front of Gitter. Gitter gets shot down the track because of it. And same thing just happened in front of Paul Hill, and it cost Paul Hill a whole bunch of time. So Shane Fuller really struggling with the being a lap down situation right now.
Now we're back live. And as you can see, folks, the single file situation that has dominated this race so far is keeping us green, but it has not stopped any of the ambition of these men tonight. They have been driving and out-driving each other left and right. There have been self-spins, some great passes being made. It's been a pretty fantastic race overall. Here's side by side for a second there. Benefield making that pass from the lap car. Here at the front. Pace things out and see who's going to continue to make it around here these last couple of laps here, because there is still a good chance that someone is going to end up beating it, which we've seen happen a couple of times. But the last few times we've seen it happen, it's been down to the inside of the track. There's been a single car involved, and we haven't seen any yellows.
That's the thing about this place, though, since it's such a narrow racing group, you get what looks like it should be a caution because it's about 15 cars stacked up by the inside wall. But well, since iRacing didn't see it because it's not in the racing group, it never happened.
This freaking lap car is killing me.
I hope they never update this track to where the wrecks on the apron count as a racing surface, because then we'd never go green here. Looks like Benefield's finally worked all the good out of Paul Hill. Now it is almost a second separating first and second, as you see the 45 machine in front moving out of the way here to let Benefield go. 173 out of 190.
Benefield just walking away with it right now.
I mean, this is what I kind of saw happening, man. There's not many out there that are as well known for their tire management as the driver that ate Benefield. You know, you got a lot of great tire savers, a lot of great drivers. When you come to race track, it is just full abrasion on every part of the racing surface. You know, you always see
freaking lap car's killing me. It's just enough dirty air to fuck with me.
You got Sean Conklin. Conklin's not here. You got Patrick Gitter. Gitter had a little bit of an issue on pit road. You got Adam Benefield. You see it all the time.
Gotta get away from him.
The NISs, other leagues, and you're getting, you know, great picture of it here tonight.
Darlington has shown tonight as an excellent example of what the best of this iRacing little gimmick here can look like. Look at this here. That is the 50. See what it can do. Making some passes here. Just checking in on all the racers and seeing where they stand here as we are on lap 177 of 190. Less than 20 laps to go here. About 13 by my count.
He was his way up into the top three. Justin Levine got by Sheen and PB Henry a little bit ago. Moved himself up to third spot in the Team Conti Toyota Camry. As he tags the ball out of turn 4. Just make me look like a clown. Right on board with Levine, sending it in deep here into turn 1, all the way up to the top of the hill. Shifting mid-corner, I could never do that. I'd bin it. Back up to 5th, down the back straightaway, then 3 here. He's going to drop down to 4th, dip those left side tires under the surface, let it ride back up the hill.
There goes.
Big diamond out. Let's lap around Darlington.
Yes, indeed. That's a good lap description, buddy. I covered all the bases.
Seconds separating your race leader from second place. Benefield absolutely running away with it now at this point. He comes across the stripe here. Take us to 10 laps to go from Darlington.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Around we go here on the OB Builders Cup Series, brought to you as ever by BK Designs. Great sponsor for this series here.
It's been a great race. You know, we had a caution early, well, too early, and it's been green ever since.
Oh, hi.
I think I'm wondering, Big Peter Bazera's up to 11th position now after going for the early undercut and the two-stop strategy, so
oh man, you're gonna get me again.
Get done what he was hoping he was gonna have done. Sitting about, was it 12 seconds back?
Yeah. Not with only 9 laps to go, unfortunately.
Oh my god, here, go ahead. I almost killed. Whew.
Fozzy's out here.
I wanted to have some fun, but I don't want to kill us.
Setting beautifully here at Darlington.
Well, it looks pretty, but it also makes it really difficult to see the entry to turn 3 because you can look at it when we come down the back straightaway here. At the 1-2, everything looks
stiff
pretty
neck ever.
You can see the racing line perfect. You come down out of turn 2 and you get down that back straightaway with the sun shining in your eyes. It also reflects on the track surface. Everything just kind of just gets bleached out. You go into 3 and you can't miss. A little bit difficult to find the corner. You see right there with the glare. I've always kind of wished they had a set of grandstands up there on the entry to turn 3 too, to kind of cut that a little bit.
Yeah. So,
But, you know,
so the grandstands, like on the other side.
another hotel or something. You know, NASCAR doesn't really care about anything I have to say.
Another hotel. That's a good idea. But say the grandstands would be good. I like that. I think you're thinking. You're out there being creative.
What? I can't see where the corner is. Yeah, there's a building there, but it's not angled right, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't have sun.
Right there you go.
You know what? Should be a big old data center for an Amazon warehouse. That's what we need right there, more than anything. I'm not repeating that over there.
Probably for the best. Looking down now. 5 laps to go. 6 to go, excuse me. Now 5 to go. Wonderful. Out in front, it's Benefield, Carr, and Randy Mullins in 2nd and 3rd, respectively.
What a great night. Just out here doing what he does best when it comes to tire management, but also kind of fell into his favor.
Did.
Lady Luck choosing.
It did.
The Lady in Black choosing them this week.
Jesus Christ, man.
Making mistakes on pit road, just put him into the prime spot. Here we are, 4 laps to go, and the 83.
Yeah, I'm probably
Team
gonna lose
Conti
this spot because of
Chevrolet
that
is
shit.
absolutely hooked up. You see him down the Boeing backstretch into turn number 3. Ready to take us to 3 laps to go, and it has definitely been a perfect night for him. It's great execution so far.
And that great night of execution still has just a couple more
Freaking
laps
crazy.
left to go. Just 3 laps left here in regulation time here in this race from beautiful Darlington Raceway, folks. And thank you. I'm just going to start the thank yous now by saying thanks for watching. You watched the whole thing so far, folks. Love to have you here for the big finish. And if you're just tuning in for the big finish, well, it's right now it's the Adam Benefield race, because he is currently destroying the competition and leading what will be the last few laps here at Darlington. And I will pass things over to my co-host, Sheldon, to bring us the white flag lap and wrap things up.
Wrapping down the back straightaway now. Lap traffic in front of him, the 54 machine of Randy Mullins. No real concern, though, for Benefield. You know, he's got a sizable cushion here, just over 2 seconds to Paul Hill. Across the stripe here to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Darlington, and this is the flag that will end everything. Down into 1 and 2. Benefield chasing it back up the hill. And it's been a night of textbook perfect execution. Smart calls on the strategy and no costly mistakes. The race earlier tonight looked like it's going to fall into either the hands of Evans.
Doing a wall ride, Danny. Heads up.
Patrick Gitter. But tragedy struck both of them early on here in the night on pit road penalties. But out of turn 4 to bring home the BK Design Southern 260. It is going to be Adam Benefield.
Fantastic.
Oh my God.
Oh, just fantastic.
Dude, I got the worst stiff neck. Holy shit.
Over the radio coming across the stripe, Benefield was
Awful.
telling Paul Hill that he was absolutely better than him. He just thought the dirty air was what took him out of the hunt for the win. That's just classic Adam, man.
Oh.
Definitely a good win for him here tonight at Darlington.
Yeah, no, same here, and I'm dying right now.
Congratulatory nudge. Or a
Good win, man. Good win. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have my camera on.
A fantastic win.
I'm glad I didn't have my camera on. My tongue was out the whole freaking time.
That's going to shake things up on those championship standings for sure. Well, to see how they look later on this week. All right. Beautiful. That was wonderful. Now, what we get to do, one of the best parts of the race, is we get to talk to some of these racers, and we get to go down the horn here and talk to them and see
Oh,
who
all right, we're
is
gonna have to
doing
broadcast.
what
Be
and
right back.
how they did over the course of the race. But first, let's do the results. Let's break this down. The TB. What does that stand for again?
That's the Team Birdie fastest lap. Come on, Joe, where are we?
Team Birdie. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Team Birdie. Thank you. Fastest lap of the race. That was Patrick Gitter with a 29.311. Moving on down the list, though, Adam Benefield wins the race, first place, with Paul Hill in second, Justin Levine in third, PB Henry in fourth, Daniel Wiles in fifth, Zach Miller in sixth, Brandon Pasalacqua in seventh, Bryce Reiner in eighth, Luke Christian in ninth, Josh Schaffner in 10th.
Coming home 11 with the two-stop strategy. It's going to be the 12 machine of Louis Bezerra with Greg Carr in the 25 and 12th. Great drive for him, up 22 spots. It's pretty impressive. Good work, Greg. 13th place going to Randy Mullins with J.C. Gibson coming home 14th. Up 22 spots. It's going to be the 23 machine of John Bender in 15th with Evan C. after the heartbreak on pit road, falling all the way back to 16th. 17th position going to the 72 machine of Shane Clore with Chris Vinson coming home 18th. 19th going to Kevin Zosiak, and rounding out the top 20 going to be Paul Gallimore.
In 21st, Joseph Causey. 22nd, Nicholas Isaacs. 23rd, Tim Wartman Jr. 24th, Jose Medina. 25th, Chad Kibbe. 26th, Keith Long. 27th, Kyle Holden. 28th, Russell Black. 29th, Chris Crosby. And 30th, Brian Johnson.
Coming home 31st position tonight after, well, definitely the heartbreak of the night. Started out with the Tate Crosby Pole Award. Got the Team Birdie fastest lap. As far as everything else is concerned, though, coming home empty-handed in 31st after a wreck is going to be Patrick Gitter, followed by Jordan Slater, Alexander Carr in 33rd. Austin Spaceman Edstrom comes home 34th with Thomas George in 35th. 36th position goes to Kevin Roth, and running out the 37-car field tonight, the 10 machine to Paul Whitley. Yo, you mind if I get old third and first in tonight?
Yeah, I'd actually like that. Go ahead, take it away, buddy.
Oh, there we go. I get to talk to a few of my good old buddies for a change, but sitting here with our third place finisher on the evening, the man, the myth, the whatnot, Magic School Bus driving rocket himself, old Justin Levine. And buddy, it started off and it looked like it was business as usual for you this season in the OB Builders Cup Series, but managed to rally back with one hell of a charge to get home third. Man, just talk me through it.
Finally a podium. I feel like the monkey's off my back. Was seeing red on lap one because Austin, my teammate, took me out, and we were screaming in Discord, they're wrecking, and he still ran me over. But
I mean, it's Edstrom for you, isn't it? You know, he's got to keep it exciting.
Yeah. He got a little payback from another league, but he's TikTok famous now. But after that, just had a battle through the field. Thank God it stayed green, because I don't know how many times I can come from the back to the front. But I wish the car had a little bit more rotation on the short run, because I was coming towards the end, but I was just way too far back. I got stuck behind plenty of lap cars. PB Henry gave me a run for my money for a while, but it was a good battle, and proud to bring it home third after everything that's happened.
Yeah, it has definitely been a rough start to the season for you. I'd put you as my underdog, and I saw you get caught up in the wreck on the first lap, and I thought I was going to get yelled at by you after the race because of it. But what was the strategy calls here tonight? Because we saw the two stop, the one stop. Obviously, the one stop reigned king. Just how do you maximize on strategy as well as your pit entry here at Darlington without putting yourself over the cone or putting yourself over a barrel on tire longevity?
So, in the past, I've always tried to strategize for this track, and it's always hit me in the rear end. So now the strategy is run it out. No matter what, whether it's going to kill us or not, run it out, because either the caution's coming. Caution's going to come right as you pit, right after you pit. You're stuck a lap down. You're not. I might as well be on offense and drive through the field again on fresher tires than get caught with my pants down. So when it comes to Darlington, you'll see me run it out until the tank's completely empty.
Would as well also prefer to see you with the pants up. Congratulations on the podium here tonight, and we want to thank and shout out for the top 3 finish.
No, shout out to the best broadcasting crew around. Great Vision does such a great job. Can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast. All the admins, Brandon, Randy, really appreciate this league. It's so much fun. One of my favorite leagues. always looking forward to a Thursday night coming here and race good, hard, clean racing here. Shout out to Team Conti again, another great car that I felt like I could win with, and of course, Whatnot.
Well, Justin, congratulations on the podium. When you watch it back, be sure to enjoy the songs that my daughter decided to sing for the first third of the race. I'm sure that's going to be a highlight for a lot of people.
National anthem going forward.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get her on here singing it soon enough. But thanks for coming up here talking to us, and looking forward to seeing what you do next week when we go to, good Lord, I forgot what track comes next. Kansas, isn't it? Or is it Martinsville? Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Either way.
iPacing, baby. Can't wait.
Not in here, man. We went green for a majority last year.
Here is a exception.
NIS, though, we might end up trying to get Karen to gnaw through Darby's power cord or something.
Quick Alt F4.
There we go. Either way, thanks for coming to talk to us. Congrats, and catch you later, buddy. And now I'm going to hand it on over to our Joe LaCastro with our second place finisher here, the always exciting to watch Paul Hill.
Hey there, Paul. Can you hear us okay?
I can. What's going on, guys?
Hey, we're doing pretty good, Paul. You had a wild race tonight. We couldn't stop talking about you. You kind of seemed to pop up just about everywhere during the course of the race. Unfortunately, no laps led, but man, you were a fighter tonight. Tell us about the race from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I felt like I was the third best car. So getting second, I guess, is one up from where I kind of sized myself up at about the 40 lap mark. Evan and Pat just had that like extra gear, and I couldn't seem to get up there and fight with them and keep the tires on the car if I was to push up there. But overall, the car was, I mean, there's not really much more I could ask out of it. I think it was more the brain behind the wheel that was struggling tonight. But you know, good points day, good race, clean race for the most part. We had that little incident lap one, but you know, after that, I think we went green, 2 full 70 lap cycles. So awesome race. It was a lot of fun.
All right, my man. And that was, fun race from your perspective, fun race from our perspective. We had an excellent time watching it. Darlington is such a fantastic track to watch a race at. And then, you know, I heard, I'm going to steal a question from Sheldon a little bit. We're looking a little bit ahead. I think it was Martinsville. I think we're going to next. Is that right? How you pumped about that?
Martinsville's fun when it goes green. I always seem to do fairly well there when I don't get wrecked. I'm not going to say I'm like lights out, but it does share a lot of similarities with road courses, which are historically my strong suit. So with this new tire package and managing your tire a little bit more with the horsepower gains, I'm hoping maybe I can steal one there and get a win.
All right, my man. Well, is there anybody you want to shout out to this week or give a little thanks to for your great run?
Yeah, I want to thank Joe Sigalata, Bigfoot Chassis Collective, all those guys. You guys up in the booth, I'm sure you did a great job. I didn't have the stream up, but I'll go back and watch it. I'm sure you guys did a great job. So I want to thank you guys for doing it week in and week out. Everybody that heads up this league, Brandon Pasalacqua, Randy Mullins, all those guys that make sure this league it's put together every Thursday. It's such a phenomenal Thursday night. I look forward to this every night or every week. Thursday nights are always a highlight. You can guarantee you're going to be able to size up your car and see what you need, and it's so much fun. So I want to shout them out. Of course, Dent Slayer on the side of the car, and I think that's everybody.
All right. Well, Paul, thank you for your time up here. It was great talking to you, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again up here real soon. Okay?
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you, my friend. Take care. Everybody, that was Paul Hill, the second place silver medalist for tonight here at beautiful Darlington Raceway. I am going to pass things back once again over to Sheldon Atkins, who is going to talk to our race winner after it all here, Adam Benefiel, once we get him up here in the booth. Take it away, Sheldon.
And sitting here with driver of the old 83 Team Conti Chevrolet after another win here in the Elite Motors Cup Series, and quite dominating after it seems like everybody shot themselves in the foot. How you feeling, Adam?
Y'all can call me Blanket because I had their asses covered.
No, I think Your stepson stumbled there, man. I think that was a big part of it.
You know, and it's I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's what that boils down to right there. I just I come out of pit lane and that's the first thing I see is Patrick Gitter lit up in blue, and I'm like, you know, what more do I have to teach you?
You see Evan do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean Evan just drove straight past pit lane, or the cone, and then Paul drove past pit lane. I mean I guess they wanted me to win, so I appreciate.
You sounded
them.
like you were going to cry over the radio on that too. Like you
Oh,
sounded
man.
actually dejected that they both messed up.
You know, you just gotta make them think that you care, but when you let go of that button, you're cheering.
So how did that Chevrolet feel this evening? Because it looked like it was definitely it kind of looked like you had a snail crawl it there for the first 3/4 of the run, but at the end it seemed like it was lights out. You know, I was watching Paul, and there was a lot of times I thought Paul was going to get you. Did you just play the old dirty air games to try and hold it back?
Oh yeah, we sucked. I'm not gonna lie, we sucked. We were a 5th place car, I think. Literally like everybody else's mistakes is what won us the race. And then I just had to sit there and try to feed dirty air to him, and you know I'm not trying to go over the top, and you know I raced Paul with a lot of respect and not trying to be like that, but I knew if I just put myself in certain spots on corner entry and corner exit that it would make it really difficult for him to get all the way to my back bumper. And there was I tried to just sit there and manage it until he got to me, and then that's when when he got there the first time is when I really was like, okay, let's start trying to go. But I don't know what it is, man. It's just been a struggle this week. That's why I was talking to Levine. Like, it's one piece that we're just missing, and me and Conti have worked our freaking asses off this week trying to fix it, and it's it's just one of those weekends, man, in racing.
I can't confirm it has come a long way though. But yeah, I forgot. Oh, my next question was going to be how you feeling going to Martinsville next week, though? You know, last time we were there was a little bit of sparks flying. We expecting to see you get up there to the front clean this time, or are we going to be moving somebody out of the way, Adam?
What happened? Tell me what happened.
I'm pretty sure, didn't you do a lot of getting to it there last year? Not to rehash old wounds.
Did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, there was a lot of hubbub about that.
I don't know, man. Dude, I'm old. I don't remember that. So, no, I mean, dude, I love that place. That is, I don't know. It's a short, flat track. We're gonna have high horsepower again. I mean, like we here, and I really only run leagues now because that's the only place where you can get good racing. It seems like, and yeah, I mean, the other league we run on Saturday nights, we were en route to sweep both of them, or we won the first one, and then the second one, the computer crashed with 5 laps to go to transfer into the final 4. So I love that place though. Conti always has us dialed there, and I can't wait to get there, honestly.
Well, looking forward to seeing what you're capable of that Martinsville next week. And do you want to take a shout out for the big win here tonight at Darlington?
Just want to say thanks to Evan Say, Patrick Gitter, Paul Hill. Really appreciate them. Nick Ottinger for helping me tonight. It's good to see a Team Conti car. Levine, I think he had teammate on teammate crime back there, and he still drove it to P3. So good job to him. You guys for broadcasting is my favorite broadcast on iRacing, hands down, second to none. Oh, my freaking throwback, man! My throwback is to the legend himself, NASCAR Cup Series champion interior guy. No, NASCAR. What'd I say? NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Yeah, champion Brandon Hastings. That is his car, and he won a big race in our other league, and I'm throwing it back to him. That is his Bamboo Labs car that he won his big race in. So that is for the Brandon Hastings.
And what big race was that?
It was a big Michigan race. It's
A
on
big
the
Michigan
back bumper.
race. It's on
Yeah,
the back bumper.
It's on the back bumper. So, I told him, he is all like, if he's not racing, he's always in there helping me, and he's the one that really helps me in a lot of races. Him and Dustin Hall, and he has been around the service forever. He's, like I said, he was on Corey Himes' team last year, and
Adam, I'm looking at the date here. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm looking at the date here. And 1/9/26. That's not a throwback, man. That was like what, 6-7 weeks ago?
yeah, it's throwing back to the beginning of the year. Yeah, I told him when he crossed that line when he won that race, I was like, dude, that's my throwback scheme this year.
So who's your little dude peeing on over there in the 15?
Oh yeah, y'all know Robert Miller?
Yeah.
That's Robert Miller.
Okay, I think so. That's
Yeah.
right.
He wrecked me out of another one. I thought about throwing Coughlin's on there.
I mean, we could
But he
honestly,
hasn't really wrecked me, so it was kind of pointless.
you could have the whole field back there. I realistically speaking, though, Adam, I got a lot of respect for you, man. You know that, but I don't think Conklin would be able to see the message if you had it on your back bumper. Because that kid has been lights out this year.
Yeah. He's you're just zooming in on it. That's pretty funny. No, he's been good. For sure. But yeah, sometimes it's not all about being fast. You just gotta not make mistakes, and that's a prime example tonight.
Absolutely. Congratulations on not making any mistakes here and winning the heart of the old lady in black. And we'll hand it on over to old Joe LaCastro to bring us on out here tonight. What you say about it, Joe?
Well, I gotta say that the track that cannot be tamed. Well, I don't know. I think that these guys. What do you mean by tamed? They what we made race. We had a lot of green flag racing. I don't know what to say, but there were still moments where this track showed where the challenges of stock car racing can be found. We had most of the stuff that we saw was self-spinning.
All right. Good stuff. Final results. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Boop. Heck of a run by Adam. He's on fire this year. He's killing it. Absolutely killing it. Levine, always fast. Hill, I mean, all these guys are ridiculous. Good shit to Danny. He got me on that last run. But good time. Great race. Lots of green flag running. Can't beat it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Hell yeah. Good showing by the EMR crew, man. Pumped. Especially for Bryce going through that wreck at the beginning. The comeback was insane. So, good show. Oh, Timmy, I will talk to you on the next one, my man. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, too. Catch you guys on the next one.